Hi beautiful people, welcome to my channel. This is like a new scenery aside from the bathroom. This is some of Wesley's campus in DC. I probably might show you guys a little bit of it. Me and God talk a lot about everything. We just talk. So we were talking about, I just brought up the thing that in terms of things that I've went through in my life with men. And I was just like, I've invested a lot of time in a lot of people, pouring my heart out to a lot of guys for no reason. And I was just talking about, how come, why do men have, or some men, not all, but why do some men always have a plan for everything else, but when it comes to me, it's like a matter of, oh, I don't know where this is gonna go. So the conversation went along the lines of, okay, let's say a guy wants to join a fraternity or something like that, and he's kind of going into it. He doesn't really know what he's gonna get himself into, but he knows the end game is for him to be in the fraternity, to make it to the brotherland. Or if like a guy has like a favorite sports team and he's going to a sports game or something, he doesn't really know what team is gonna win, but he has an end game for his team to hopefully win. He doesn't know what's gonna happen, but hopefully the end game is that his team wins. Or if a guy goes to the mall and he goes shopping and it's just kind of like, he doesn't really know what's gonna happen while he's at the mall, but he does have an end game to purchase something. Or like if a man goes to church, he doesn't really know what's gonna happen while he's at church or what the preacher is gonna say, but his end game is to receive the word. And it's just kind of like, how do you know the end game for everything else? But then some men get in situations and they say things like, well, let's go wherever this leads. Let's just go wherever it goes. And it's just kind of like, how do we establish these things, and how do we just let them kind of slide, When I think about my life and I think about the mountains God has moved on my behalf, and I think about how God has intervened divinely in my life, I think about how God has broken chains and worked literally miracles in my life, and then it's just kind of like, you're confused behind is not the best that God can do for me. And it's just like, we have to be willing to do people, ourselves, a favor and other people a favor in terms of just letting them be free. If you're dealing with, if a man comes to me saying he doesn't know where this is gonna go, what I will do for him is tell him, you just go figure out yourself out. You go figure out what you need to do with your life. And if I just so happen to be a part of that purpose for you, then we can come back and you can talk to me about something where we'll be establishing a foundation. I am tired of investing in people or men who are leading me to absolutely nowhere. Kind of like, does it make me a better person? Is it because I'm naive, or is it for the simple fact that God we want, I want to be able to submit to someone. I want to be able to say, you know what, this is my man, and I trust his discernment, I trust his relationship with God, I trust wherever it is that he is leading me to. And it's just like, we have to, you gotta start asking questions like, where are we going? What are we doing? Because what you'll find is that you'll invest a lot of time, a whole lot of time, in nothing, in people, thinking you're going somewhere and the destination is actually nowhere. So it's not from like a bitter place. Like, I wouldn't necessarily say that I'm bitter, but it's just kind of like, eventually you reach a breaking point, or a point where it's just kind of like, dealing with someone who doesn't know what they want it's definitely situational, but it's not really something that I'm willing to do. Yeah, tell me guys what you guys think. I don't know, like, how do you guys feel about that, dealing with people, men or even women? Because I had this conversation with my friend and he said, you know what, women do the same exact thing. But tell me what you think about that. I really want to know, like, what's up? Peace out.